Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm out here in the garage, and it is really late at night. I think it's about 12 minutes until midnight, and just had a lot of stuff to do. I went to the range late this evening after dinner, and I reviewed and got footage of 3 firearms that I will make range reports on this week, and of course, set them for release. I guess it'll be like in February of next year because I'm out that far in reviews. But I wanted to show you and talk about my initial thoughts with the guns that I had at the range today. And then I want to talk about the frustrations of social media, but not in a bad way. It's just I personally don't know how people manage it because there's so much time that is required to manage all of these different social media sites and to respond to all the comments and all that. And sometimes I feel a little bit overwhelmed, and I don't know how the bigger content creators do it. So it's not a bad thing. It's just kind of an observation that I wanted to share with you, and apologize to people that reach out to me on various social media or follow me on other social media besides YouTube and Rumble. And I'm sorry that I'm not as active on those others, but we'll talk about that in a second. But let's talk about the 3 guns I was able to shoot at the range today. The first one I don't have with me right now, but I got some great footage, and I'll be able to review it in person here in the garage due to logistics. It was a B&T APC9 integrally suppressed SBR. This gun was awesome. You guys know I'm a huge fan of PCCs. Huge fan of PCCs. And I don't know, I'm a B&T guy through and through. The only gun, in my opinion, that beats a B&T APC9 is an MP5. It's just the king. It's always going to be the king. And it has something to do with the roller delayed blowback operation. It's just a little bit smoother and a little bit nicer. The B&T stuff is direct blowback. It's nice. And I'm going to tell you, the integrally suppressed version, oh my gosh, it is so soft, light recoiling, crazy accurate. And I would say the suppressor they have built for this gun matches the MP5SD when it comes to its tone and its decibel level. It's a great sounding suppressor. And I know that it takes anything that's like 115 grain, that's supersonic. And I know that because it has the vents in the barrel, it slows that projectile down to subsonic velocities. And it cycles reliably. It's just a great firearm. And it is a tack driver. It is a tack driver. That gun is so much freaking fun. So I was really sad when that portion of the range trip was over, because that is just and it's an amazing gun. An amazing gun. I do have something negative to say, though. I do have something negative to say. And I mentioned this in some of my previous B&T reviews. B&T has 2 generations of lowers when it comes to like their APC and GHM line. And I believe it's the old style, which is when it comes to the bolt release, you push a button in to release it, very much like the ping pong paddle on an AR-15. The newer ones have a lever that you push down, and it's a different manual of arms, and it slows me down. I felt like when I shot the gun fast and I tried to change the magazine out fast, the tighter mag well and that manual of arms slows me down. It's the slowest part of when I'm trying to do my defensive use of the gun test. I like the old style. I understand why the new style is probably more efficient and better, but I like the old style. But it's just because I wish that the manual of arms was exactly the same as an AR-15. But that's my only complaint. My only complaint. Everything else about the gun, it is awesome. 5 out of 5 stars. It's hands down one of the best guns I've ever shot and reviewed. It's right up there with the MP5. Right up there with the MP5. So that's going to be a lot of fun to film the garage portion and put that whole video together. Now, the other 2 guns I took to the range are pistols. Okay, one's a semi-auto, one's a revolver. And right now, because I have so many guns into the channel for review, I'm trying to pick and choose one from the different people that have loaned things to the channel. So I try to do one from like each stack. And so the APC was from my friend Jack number 2. Okay, he has an amazing collection. This next one is going to be from Jack number 1. And I talked about this one a little bit ago. And this is the Colt Cobra. Now, I have reviewed this exact gun in the past. And I don't remember what I said about it. It's one of those videos that I either wasn't happy with from the old channel or I lost it. I forgot which, but I wanted to re-review this. And yes, it's a revolver, and I don't shoot them as well as semi-autos. But let me tell you, maybe I'm getting better. Maybe I'm getting better, or maybe this gun is better than other snubby revolvers. I shot this one pretty good. I mean, not as good as my semi-auto stuff, but I did okay on it. And I'm really happy. This is going to be one of my best snub-nose revolver reviews. The thing I love about the Colt Cobra that I think is far superior to the Smith & Wesson, you know, little J-frames, this holds 6 rounds where those other ones hold 5. You get an extra round in here. I do like that a lot. I like the manual of arms, which I actually prefer the cylinder release to come back. I like so much about the Colts. And this gun was very, very accurate for me, both in single and double action. But as I said, it's not that great, okay? I mean, actually at 25 yards, I think I got most of my group about this big, and I had like one flyer like over here, which is like totally me, totally me. But up close, 6, 8, 10 yards, I mean, I was in the bullseye center of the target for 5 out of the 6 rounds. So I'm going to take that as like a huge win. And I normally would put 12 rounds in like each segment through it to get enough data and to shoot the gun enough to make it interesting for the viewers. My biggest complaint about this, and I guess, okay, two complaints. The first one is just a construction thing, in that I love Colts. You guys know that. The frame of this revolver, however, I think looks cheap. Now, Jack let me borrow an original Colt Cobra from like the 70s, I think. And I'm going to compare it in the video to that one. But this one, let's take a look at that frame. It obviously looks cast. It has that cast look to it. It's a little bit rough. I see some machine marks. I don't know. To me, it looks cheap. At least with the Smith & Wessons. But, of course, they use forged metal. It just seems to be a little bit more refined. This one looks like it's cast. It may not be cast. I don't know. But the finish is just kind of rough on it. And as I said, I see machine marks on it. And I really feel like this one is on the precipice of being really a Smith & Wesson J-frame killer. Like, it is really nice. I really like the fiber optic sight. I wish the rear sight, and this is the other thing, and this goes for most snub nose, I wish we had a better sight system in the back, because all I get is like a little, I forgot what you call that, like a little like valley in there. You know, you don't have anything that's adjustable. But if I had something that was a little bit nicer, I think this thing would be incredible. What else? Single action is nice. Double action, one of my biggest problems, and of course this is because I'm a semi-auto guy. Whenever I'm shooting these things double action, and of course, let me, once again, safety check the gun. We are empty. I guess I'm just used to the reset of semi-autos. And when I pull the trigger, double action, of course it goes bang. Then I got to know to release that trigger far enough. And there's like some clicks in there. As I release it, like I feel a click right there. And there's another click. And so my instinct is to start pulling the trigger back. And once or twice, I didn't fully reset. So the gun kind of stops. And I know that's me. I just have to learn how to shoot this. But yeah, I was really impressed with this. I think I shot it way better than I did in the original review, and I think I'm going to kind of redeem myself when it comes to my revolver reviews on this. This is going to get very high marks from me as well. My biggest complaints, as I said, is going to be kind of the look and finish of the frame. I really have to go see if this is a cast or forged frame. But even if I look here at the valley where the sights are, that little trench in the top, like you can kind of feel it. It's rough. It's rough. It's not like finished right. It's like maybe somebody should have like bead blasted it or sand blasted it down and kind of took the edge off some of those, sharper points. The lockup seems to be good. Overall, very good experience with this. The other is another Staccato. And maybe it's because I'm becoming a better shot. Now, I have gushed with you guys over the last Staccato that I reviewed, the XL with the island barrel. Oh my God, that was the best 2011 pistol I have ever shot. I couldn't miss with that thing. It was amazing. Now, this is the Staccato C. So I guess this one is supposed to be a compact size, not a subcompact. And it looks really nice. We have a Trigicon up here on the top. I forget what the model is with these enclosed ones. What's the model number? This is the RCO1, I think. But anyway, yeah, this thing was really nice. Low recoil. Another very nice 2011 that I shoot really accurate. What was really weird for me with this pistol is at 7 yards, this thing's a tack driver. I mean, you see me develop like the hole through the hole, and the hole just gets bigger in the center of the target at 7 yards. After I get it 0, because I think it was the first shots ever through this thing. So I shoot it once, and I have a great group, but it's at like way below the center. I adjust the sights, and we're right on. I go out to 14, 15 yards. I go for the head on the silhouette, and that group goes from here to here. Like, it got big. And I had one shot that was outside the head on the silhouette. But then when I go to 25 yards, it goes from here back down to here again. So I don't know why at that one distance, and I actually filmed it twice to see if, okay, maybe it was me getting used to this sight. No, it wasn't. For some reason, it must be the way that I shoot, because I can't imagine it's the gun. Why would the gun be so freaking accurate at 7 yards, then get big, the grouping get big at 15, and they get small again at 25? I don't know, but that's the way that I shot it. So it's kind of different and unique in that way. So this gun was awesome for its size, and normally I don't shoot semi-autos with this short of sight radius that well. Granted, I wasn't using the sights, but just the barrel length. But the thing ran great. It had exceptionally low recoil for a pistol of this size. I am really liking Staccato. I really am. And I know this is something I wasn't expecting when I got it, or I started to review 2011s. Because I was like, I'm never going to get a 2011. I'm just never. I mean, they're cool guns. They are cool guns. I'm not a competitive shooter. And so I think the appeal of 2011s is more for the competitive shooting side of things, right? This is not a military firearm. It's not a law enforcement firearm. It is a civilian marksman's competition style gun. And that's just not the type of shooter that I am. But after getting a chance to get more time on these Staccatos, I'm really liking them. In fact, I think I like the Staccatos more than all of the other higher end ones. Right? And now the next 2011 I'm taking to the range is a Nighthawk Custom, and those are sweet too. But I don't know, these Staccatos are pretty darn sweet. I'm shooting them really, really well. I think my only complaint on this one would be, of course, the flat face trigger. You guys know, not a big fan of that. But I do know that they offer in some of their models kind of a curved trigger, which I think I would like a little bit more. But the fit and the finish of this gun is great. It ran like a top. This thing was awesome. Another amazing Staccato. Yeah, this thing was awesome. So those were the 3 guns that I took to the range, and I had a blast. Today was another great range trip. The only thing that happened on the range trip was, it really wasn't bad. I did have a couple people stop and want to talk to me for a little bit, so it's why it took me 2.5 hours to get done with it. But that's just the thing about being an internet gun celebrity. But it's okay. It's okay. The other bad thing that happened is my phone, which I'm of course recording this video on. I have never in my life ever cracked the screen of my phone. Never once. And I did tonight. So I had, in fact, I was shooting this Staccato right here, and I guess one of the cases ejected, and it came down, landed right on the phone the right way, cracked it, and there's like this like spider web all through the face. It works. I have no problem with it. So I got to go to the cell phone store tomorrow and see what I can do. And I don't have a screen protector on it, so I don't know. The phone's less than a year old, so I'm kind of ticked about that. But hey, I need to get a screen protector. But otherwise, it was an amazing range trip. Amazing range trip. So much fun. So much fun. And these guns were so accurate. And as I said, maybe it's becoming this way because I'm a better shooter and I'm learning more. Because I don't know. I like to feel like with the experience comes the better shot placement. So, but I am an average gun guy, and I'm going on this journey. So I'm having a great time, and I'm proud of how I shoot, especially the guns that I had today. So let's talk about the other thing that I wanted to talk about, and the reason I wanted to talk about the social media accounts that the Texas Gun Vault has. I have a Facebook account, I have an Instagram account, of course I have Rumble and YouTube, and of course people can contact me via email. Now, this is not my full-time job. I don't know how other people do it because I barely have enough time to make videos for the YouTube channel, okay? And then I barely have time beyond that to duplicate them on Rumble, okay? But then I have an Instagram and a Facebook. I know that some people really like that stuff. And I try to upload to that stuff. Not really upload, but I'll go pictures or what I'm reviewing or photos from the range or whatever. But I'm not very regular with those. And I feel bad because I would like to grow those online presence to grow the channel, to grow the brand. But I don't know how people do it. I just don't have time. I almost need like a social media person that just runs that. But I just need help with that. But that's just going to be me trying to figure out how to be more efficient. But I guess because maybe I'm older, because everyone says that I'm older because I prefer Facebook. But I know all the younger people are on Instagram. I'm not going to do a TikTok. Not going to do that one. But everything else, I try to keep up with. And what do you guys use? I know obviously if you're watching me, you're on YouTube or Rumble. But do you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram? And do you wish that I did more over there? Let me know because I got to figure this out. Because I want the brand to grow, but I know based off of what other content creators do, they're always on Instagram. They're always on, Facebook, doing up, previews and that kind of stuff. It's just more time that I just don't have. I'm also thinking about bringing my online store back. I've had 2 people ask me in the past month. They emailed me and said, Jason, I once bought a Texas Gun Vault shirt. I see that your store's gone because, I lost it with the other channel. Are you ever going to bring that back? And I think I am, and I think I'm going to try to do a better job this time. I'm going to sit down with my son, who's also like a graphic artist, a graphic design artist, and come up with some better shirts and better designs and kind of more than just the Texas Gun Vault logo kind of thing. So thinking about doing that because now my channel is halfway back to what it was when I lost my channel. Yeah, so we're growing, we're getting better, and maybe those things will help grow the brand. So let me know what you think about any of that, and do you follow me on those other social media sites? What do you think? Do you have any suggestions for me? And if you're a fellow content creator, how do you balance the creation of content and videos with having to post on other social media accounts? And because I'm assuming you are like me and have a day job, right? I'm a teacher. So I'm always doing that. And of course, then I have family stuff and I got stuff around the house to do. And then I have my own personal time and hobbies that I want to pursue. So how do you guys balance that? How do you guys balance that? Tell me, because I'd like to learn from you and see what you guys think. All right, so that's pretty much all I got for, I think you guys, tonight. Great day at the range, great guns, and yeah, I'm trying to pump out these videos as fast as I can. So these are the ones that I'm going to work on for this week. So what else can I talk about? What else can I talk about? There was one other thing. Oh yes, there is one other thing. And this is going to be for a few people that in the past, when I make my videos, they notice the watch that I'm wearing. I've gotten into watches lately. Like my good friend Jason, he goes by the Fort Worth Glock guy. I don't know if he's uploaded any videos to YouTube lately, but he's really into knives. Knives is his thing. I mean, he likes guns too, but he's a big knife guy. I guess watches are kind of my thing now, and I've been sharing my love of watches with two of my biggest local fans that lend guns to the channel, Richard and Jack. Jack number 2. Both of them have awesome watch collections, and so I will say, and I'm curious because some of you guys, whenever I make a video or have a watch, people are able to guess what the watch is. So I haven't shown you a close-up. I got another watch this past week, and it's this one right here, okay? I'm not going to get it too close to the camera. Maybe you can tell what it is if you're a watch person. So the only person that can't answer this, because he already knows what this is my friend Richard. He can't, because I sent him a picture earlier this week. But if you want to know what the word of the day is the manufacturer of this watch. I'm just curious how many people can tell what it is from this distance. I'm very happy with this purchase. This is one of those kind of like dream watches. It's not necessarily a Grail watch, but it's up there. So I'm really happy with this one, and I love the look. It's exactly what I wanted. I didn't even know it's the one I wanted. Okay, but yeah, when I saw it at Noah's Fine Watches and Jewelry this past week, I had to have it, and I got an amazing deal on it. Amazing. So if you know what the brand or model of this watch is, say it in the comment section, but the brand name will be the word of the day. And I know that's a hard one, and it's kind of mean for those people that don't know anything about watches. I know it's mean. Okay. Oh, maybe I should do a consolation word of the day. That's what I'm gonna do. A consolation word of the day. So if you know the watch make and the model, that's the word of the day. But the consolation one is going to be staccato. Staccato is the word of the day, which is an Italian word for separated, by the way. It's actually a musical term. So a staccato in music is when there's a dot written over the note, and it's a instruction to the musician to play in a separated manner. So it's kind of interesting that they chose that as their name. So I think it's actually a better name because I believe the original name of the company is STI, which is not a very good name to have if you can kind of figure out what that stands for and other aspects of life. That's not a very good name to have. So staccato is the better name. So staccato is the consolation word of the day, and the make of this watch is the real word of the day. So good luck. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about anything that I talked about. And as always, thanks for watching.